When I think about my mom, I know that I know how to make my mother happy. I know that I know how to make her laugh. I know her favorite drinks. I know her favorite places she likes to go to. Um, I know she loves the holidays. I know that she has a big heart. Her heart is so, so, so big. Sacrificial, even. Um, and I think that's where I learned it from. Because with my mother, when I think about myself with just, because I had someone in a car earlier and she told me she has about 25, 30 friends, 30 good girlfriends. And I was just like, wow, that's uncommon, because I can probably count on one hand how many friends I feel like I have, especially when it comes to women. And it just started getting me to thinking about how we go through our life and we say we don't get along with the women. And so I was listening to a psychic. Her name is Erin Lyons, and she brought up the aspect of women where we feel we can maintain relationships, close relationships. And I'm like, that really should not be normal, because as women, we glean power from each other. We know how each other feel in certain instances. So why is there so many women saying that we don't get along with women? And so I started thinking about my own relationship with my mother, because Erin Lyons, she mentioned how your relationship with other women, it could really go back to the relationship that you have with your own mother. So growing up, my mother was my best friend and still is to this day, one of my best friends to this day. Now she's one of my best friends, but back then she was my only best friend. And we would color, we would watch movies, we would go to the dollar show. She would give me snacks. We would get on the bus together. I would ride my bike next to her as she go to work. We would have coloring contests. We would play with our Barbie dolls together, listen to music, have snacks. She would take me to the park, and I would just look up at the sky, and I would just look at the moon, because she knew it was something special about my child. I gotta feed it in any way that I can. So, yeah, my mother was my very best friend back then, my only best friend. And I knew how to mesh well with her. We were tight. Me and my mother really tight. But when it came to my emotional side, I was a very emotional child. I was a very sensitive child, and when it came to that, I always felt that I was too sensitive for my mother. When it comes to things about life, like, go to school, do what you need to do, save money, do things like that, which I've always struggled with personally, but she's there. She is the wisest woman I know. So when she's there when you need a word, like truly, and she will pierce your spirit, she will pierce your heart. But when it comes to things that she felt wasn't a big deal, I didn't feel like I could come to her, because I wanted to be accepted by my mother. So, sometimes even as an adult, like, I would cry. Like, y'all see, I'm a big ass crybaby. So I would cry, and she'd be like, "Girl, ain't nobody trying to hear all that," or, you need to toughen up. You need to, the world, and she's right, the world is something else. And so I did learn that from her. But when it comes to my relationship with other women, I feel like it's connected, because I know how to make other women laugh. I know if I feel like it, truly if I feel like it. I know how to mesh well with other women if I'm in the mood to. I know how to work the room if I feel that I'm in the mood to. But as far as getting to know me, I don't think I've ever allowed too many other women really truly get to know me. Even as coworkers, even coworkers I've had, they would see me and feel me, and we would speak about certain things, even on levels that I wouldn't talk to anybody else at the job about. But it was always still that part of me that I never showed anybody. And I think that's affected my willingness. Like, I know how, but I don't think that I've been willing to truly open up to other women, especially in adulthood, because now you have factors such as jealousy, envy. In the spiritual community, we know all about destiny swapping. So you kind of get leery when it comes to wanting to build relationships with other women. But this is a hindrance because we need each other as women. We truly do. I've been in a relationship for 6 years, and one thing, I love that man to death. One thing I will say is there's something that you get from other women that a man just simply is unable to give you, because men are wired differently. Men are much more logical in nature. Men are much more strategic and step-by-step type of things that come into play. So when you're dealing with another woman, you have that communion between each other. And I've seen it with him and his grandfather and his homeboys. The homeboys that I've had the honor to meet, they are solid. They are solid, and they love him, and he loved them. So I'm like, I would look at him sometimes, not in a jealous type of way, but more so in a, like, I wish that I could have that level of comfort or that level of genuineness. When I'm around him and his people, they're genuine. They're just genuinely who they are to each other. And I don't feel that, like, that even, because when you're with women, sometimes you will feel a slight shade, or you'll feel, you feel it, it's there. And with him and his people, it's always just felt genuine. And that's something that I've never really felt 100% with most women. There's been a few, which y'all know who y'all are, and I love y'all to death. But for the most part, that's just not the case with me. And so I say that I want to challenge y'all to open up a little bit more. Open up a little bit more. It's nothing to be afraid of. No one can really judge you, because we're on a planet. We really don't even know what this is, if you want to be honest. But that's a whole nother conversation. I think that we should be a little bit more vulnerable with each other. It's been women that I've picked up doing Uber, and I could tell they're really cool. When I feel like a person could be really cool, I don't really want to open up too much, because it's that slightest thing that'll make them judge you or make them feel a certain kind of way. You never know. So I'm gonna go ahead and challenge all of y'all to just open up a little bit more. Look back on your relationship with your mother. Look back on your relationship with your siblings, your sister relationships. That's another thing that we need to talk about, because that is a very, very important aspect of womanhood too. So yeah, just ask yourself, what was your relationship like with your mother, and what was your relationship like with your siblings? What is it now? What do you wish that it was? I wish that me and my sister personally was closer. Reasons on why we're not, we'll talk about another time. But for right now, I really want to challenge y'all to open up a little more. I'm not saying be a fool, because I'm a very happy person. I'm very whimsical. I find joy in anything. I ride around with my plant all day. So I feel like people see you and they see the pureness in you, and they'll judge you because they feel like you haven't been through much, which my book is coming soon on almost everything that I have endured up until this point and push past. But yeah, just challenge yourself. Open up a little bit more. Some women get in here and they be so funky acting, and I just be like, what is your problem? What is the problem? And it's been times when I wasn't the most mature either. Like, if I sense some funky energy and you get out the car, I'll roll the window down, get that energy out of here. I'll skirt off on you, get that energy away from me. So it's some things that I do that's not mature or the most godly, but here we are. So yeah, I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I will see y'all in my next video.